everybody. It is episode number 3 of the Monica Makes Money Happen. And what it should be called is, well, marvelous people that are doing great things in our community. And of course, great business practices that you can take with you. And it's always about the story. For me, it's always been about the story. We've done 300 plus Facebook shows, and then we do the TV show, we do the daily segment. I'm exhausted, okay? But now we're adding the podcast. You know why? Because of people like you, Pietro.
Grazie mille.
He's the chef of Greenwich Village.
Yes.
He has a book, and I told him he needs to write another book just about his business practices, because having talked to you, and again, this is all off camera, and this, I'm so glad we get to get it on camera, because this will be part of history.
Yes.
I'm telling you, people are going to watch this and say, you were part of history, because you are. You're part of the fabric of our city and a great American story and a great business story. And that's why I feel like this is so important to do. And that's why I insisted you come in the next day, because it wasn't enough to just hear 2 minutes from you or 10 minutes. We need to get this all on camera, okay? I'm so excited, first of all, that you're here and about your life, because if someone's watching, I always say if one person is watching that watches what he did, Pietro, the chef of Greenwich Village, he's had one of the oldest Italian restaurants in New York City. There's a reason why. It's because of who he is as a person, his soul. Let's just get real. The food is amazing, and we love the food. I always say that. We love your food. There's nothing, the best pasta I've ever had. And you're not a sponsor. I'm not saying that because of anything, but it's the person that you are. So I want to dig deep a little bit about that. So first we're going to talk about his story. Then we're going to go into his business, like some of those old school principles that you can apply to your businesses in your life. And then stories. We're going to tease the stories at the end. You have these incredible stories with mayors, with celebrities, and we'll talk. I know you can't say everything, but we're going to get a little bit of the dish. Are you ready? Fasten your seatbelts, because here we go with Pietro Mosconi. Pietro, tell me a little bit about coming to America. Like, what do you remember? You were 17. You had maybe $2, not even $2, right?
Yes,
And a drink.
I depend on family like the father and the mother. So they put their interest in me. And my family is supposed to come to America almost 10 years before, but the quota was stopped because they didn't follow through with the paper on time. Mm-hmm. So they reopened in the 60s. So we had another opportunity. In this time, we had my brother in England, my 2 sisters, the oldest one, and we had a family of 3 sisters back home with me.
There's 7 altogether then.
Yes.
Okay, math is, I'm still catching up. It's
You
7
got it
children.
correct. You got it
Where do you
correct.
fall in the 7? Are you in the
I'm the 5th.
You're the 5th, okay.
Yes.
What do you say about the 5th?
Yes.
Is the 5th the most handsome and the cutest?
Well, I was one of the sons that really spent a lot of time with my dad running the farm.
Oh, yeah, you were a farmer.
Even though I was
a
a teenager, I worked awful lot in the farm.
And you have a great story about being on the farm, how you just love being on the farm. And
I loved it. There's so much to learn in the farm.
Yeah, you had a premonition though, which I thought was very interesting. You saw yourself running the farm and then something happened. Does that happen to you? Because I know it happens to me. The universe is working for us, is always trying to help us.
Yes.
So you had all these divine things happen to you throughout your life that I too had the same. But tell me about that divine intervention, because you were saying you saw yourself running the farm, but there was no way in heck that you were going to do it, but something happened.
Well, what happened is this, okay? Once you get appointed to really help in the farm, and we had a little accident, my father had an injury on his knee.
Wow.
Trying to help, the farm. He fell and his injury was to need an operation. So I had to prove myself that I could be really helpful for my dad. So I didn't want to fail, so I worked extra.
How old were you at that time?
At that particular time, I was 16 years old.
16 years old.
And people were like, wait a minute, 16 years old, doing this kind of work, it was amazing. But, I did it because I wanted to help my family.
Yeah.
And there was no choice because, my father has an injury, so I worked so hard, but my father gave me a lot of confidence. So that confidence kind of worked in my way. in my future, I never was afraid to take on responsibility.
I love that because it is about that mentor. We're talking about how important the mentor is. And now you're going to be a mentor to so many watching, because through social media, they're going to see your story and say, I can do that too. I can do that. And that's what you want. You want to inspire the next generation.
I
of chefs.
guarantee to them that if they pay enough attention and being very focused, what I did, they can do it.
Yeah.
They may have to do it in a little bit different, but the opportunity that America gives us are there for everyone. So they play no difference. If I did it, they could do it.
It's so true because there's that abundant mentality. I always felt that way because my mom was from Bolivia, my dad was from Norway, and they have this incredible love of America, and they pass that down to me. Like I'm in love with America, and I'm in love with that American dream. And I never thought, they made it seem like everything was possible.
It was because just think about what I realized. When my dad come to United States, he kissed the ground. And you know something? You know, kiss the ground in United States. I'm not 100% sure which one, but one of the Pope came to visit in America, and he kissed the ground.
Yes.
I said, oh my God, it's very similar.
Yeah.
Because my father used to be so much involved in the church that he used to sing in the service of the church, of the Mass.
Oh my God.
So my father loved to sing.
Yeah.
And he was a real good dancer, my mom too.
Wait a second. Who else is a good dancer? You are.
Well,
Because it's going to go viral.
nothing like my father.
It's pretty good though. You were pretty good, and you were mixing too, which I think that
Okay.
was. I mean, we gave it.
Oh, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
But he was mixing and dancing, and I think that's going to go viral. I have to just isolate that clip of you. Maybe I could put the dancing here while we're talking about it, Joe. If you're still put the video of you dancing here. But you love what you do.
Definitely.
And is that the key to success? Is that
I think when you cook and you really love it, I think it works out really well.
Yeah.
Especially
Not me.
no, but especially when I taste it, oh, it's so good. And then my customer taste, oh my God, how did you make this?
Come on, you're the best chef. I'm probably talking to the best chef in the world. He's probably the best chef in the world, okay? And let's just get that straight. So not everybody is like that. You have this incredible talent and you have all this experience. So I'll be honest with you, when I was watching, and I didn't even see him do it. He went to the kitchen for 2 minutes and he came back and he presented us pasta that you just whipped up.
Yes.
And that's another thing. I think if you're able to do another cookbook, there should be a 2-minute cookbook, because the fact that you're able to do that was extra. I've never tasted better pasta and in such a quick way. Like he literally did it. I think and you said we held you back, right?
Well,
My guy held you back.
well, I wasn't very prepared, but I made the way to make it really fast. And my daughter, who's so good,
Yeah.
also took interest in the cooking. She said, "I can follow you going too fast.
Yeah.
Slow down."
But so you can do it fast. So you can do incredible dishes fast. I don't know if that's just years of practice. That's
No,
just
because
practice. Why? How do you-
when we work in Midtown and Uptown,
yeah.
we used to do so many lunches, so many dinner.
Yeah.
So if you was fast,
Yeah.
you held your job well.
Yeah.
And you was happy, and the owner was happy because, I got somebody can perform.
Yeah, they want you to produce. I get it. I totally
we
understand.
produce in Italian restaurant. What makes it so interesting? We don't need huge amount of people, but we need people that will work well together.
Oh, wow.
And a few guys,
This is golden stuff.
guys together can do like 120 lunch.
That's right. I always figure that
200 dinners.
you're speaking business language, because I always felt that too, because people are saying, oh, you do so much. And I pretty much, I have my producers, but I do most of it myself.
I believe you.
You see it. And I respond, and I think that you're right. If you have that small but mighty team, you can do more than 100. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do more than 100 people.
The only team.
If you have a good team, right?
Well, because
You're the team. Come
because
on.
because the
Star of the show.
team,
You're the star.
you have to give them a chance
Oh.
to come into your way,
Yeah.
and somehow it takes a little while to blend all together.
Oh, yeah.
But when really, really blend together, it's so much more easy to run a business.
Let's talk about your work ethic. So first we're going to take a break, and then we're going to talk about the old school business tips that he has, if someone's watching, that you can apply to business, how he became such a success. Again, one of the oldest Italian restaurants, the Chef of Greenwich Village. He has a book, and he's going to tell us what are those top tips. So if you're watching, let's say you're afraid, you have a restaurant, you want to start a restaurant, you want to be a chef, you want to become something, you got to listen to this. It applies to all kinds of business. So we're going to take a break right after this. All right, we're back, and tips. I mean, we're with the Chef of Greenwich Village, and it's unbelievable. He has lasted, how many years have you been in that location, right on McDougal?
McDougal, we took her over the Monte Trattoria.
Yeah, Monte.
Used to be only Monte. We took her over in 1983.
1983.
And we bought the building and the business together.
And
all of my sisters and my brother.
wow.
Yeah, we put all our money together and we went for it. But some of them, they didn't believe it was feasible. When I told them, I said, I'm going no matter what.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when they told you it's not feasible, when they told you it's not possible,
They didn't have as much confidence I had.
how did you overcome that?
Because me being in the kitchen, I can make things happen. And if I'm not a firm,
Love it. Use the slogan.
if I'm not a firm believer in my expertise, then it's a lot of trouble.
Oh, I can relate to that. That is so good. So say that again. When you're in the kitchen, you knew that you could make it happen, and you had complete confidence and belief in yourself.
Okay, the other great confidence,
Yeah.
the former owner, his name was Pietro, he was 49 years old, told me, assurance me, he said, if you bring the food that you cook in Villa Mosconi to Monte, will be a tremendous success. So, oh my God, how the former owner tell me that? So now I'm really driving through.
That's right.
Say, I'm going
That's right. I have that with
Right.
some people, and I have to say, I'll just shout out JP Morgan Chase. They believed in what I was doing. And the fact, like you said, you feel, it gives you confidence. You're like, wait a second, so maybe I am good at this. Maybe I can do this. And you don't feel like, because, your dream can go pretty fast.
Yes.
And that's scary. Because if you would have listened to any of these people who said, you can't do this, we wouldn't have this incredible restaurant. We wouldn't have you. We wouldn't have this cookbook. We wouldn't have all these tips.
Your mind is so important. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not good enough. You know what you could do? Work on it and prove them wrong. That's the best satisfaction.
Yeah, sometimes when they undervalue you,
Yes.
it's a good thing.
Because when I took over
Yes.
Villa Mosconi, some of the professor from the school say 300 J Street.
I already don't
He said,
like
why you go to that area when the other guys fail? So now I have even more drive to prove them that I'm going to. When I was going to the dining room with my talk, very, very young guy, they would ask me, say, what do you think? He said, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I had so much confidence.
That's my slogan. Let's make it happen.
You have to make it happen.
You got to make it happen.
And when it gets tough,
Yeah.
you got to get tougher.
Yes, that's right. This
Because
is
otherwise
business.
it's not going to work.
Don't cry in business.
Yes.
But I know there's, it's interesting because you said that they said that location, because location's so important in restaurants, okay? You're in the prime location.
Yeah,
You're
it
in
is.
the middle.
It is.
You made it hot, okay? Can I
Right.
just say you made that place hot, okay?
Grazie.
Greenwich Village is the place to eat, but he's the chef of Greenwich Village, and his restaurant, which is right there on McDougal Street, is the hottest place to eat. But that's because of you.
Thank
you know what I mean?
Thank you very much.
I mean, he's the centerpiece of the whole block. So they came because of you. And then you're attracting everybody to, and that's what your neighbors told us. I mean, off camera, we were talking to one of the other restaurant owners saying, you are the master.
I'm going to try.
You're the master.
The gentleman you talked yesterday,
Yeah, what a
I'm going to
wonderful guy.
try. I'm going to try to help him.
You really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because we like
I love that.
in Italy the two city Parma and Piacenza,
Uh-huh.
they like cousins.
Yeah.
So why not try to help somebody
But I love it.
instead of let them
But
go?
let's talk about that because we have a highly competitive audience. So sometimes business is so competitive, but you're saying something, and I like this old school value, that help people. Is that the best thing to do in business, is to help people?
I think my part, I love to help.
Yeah.
And if there is a special thing to do something, say, look, let me see. Try to help instead of put somebody down.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody
I love to
needs
hear
a little
that.
help.
Yeah, I love to hear that. Because, I've been in the news business and we're so competitive, And
Yes, it is.
And what I love about this series, the Monica Makes It Happen, I've noticed that the most competitive people are not competitive because we're helping people, and everybody wants to be in that flow and that mission, right, of helping. And they love the stories. I'm always about the stories. But special techniques, you do everything. So one of the old school values, do everything.
Yes.
So then you know everything. So then you can execute on such a high level, and then pick your team carefully. And you can have a small but mighty team, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to write all this down. All right, so do everything.
Definitely.
Do everything small, and we're going to create this on our website. Small and mighty team. All right, I'm writing notes here. And then, what is this? You don't need money? I thought you needed money. This is another thing that a billionaire told me recently with Fubu. And he said, you don't need $1 million to start. Of course, we love that. We would love to have that. But you can start with...
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I can't believe you touched on this because
Yeah.
I'm not the type of guy that have to spend so much money to start a business. So when we start Villa Mosconi, we put all our penny together, all of whatever we can get, and each one of us only had probably to invest between 10 to 12,000.
Yeah.
So we put it all together. I'm not the type of guy I need $1 million to invest to start a business.
Yeah.
We started a restaurant not very long ago. And guy said, we need money to put down. No, you don't need money to put down. It's Corona time. We need help. And I said, if you want me to help, I put down zero. Why?
Wow.
Because the Corona time is a bad time. And the guy, whatever he did, find out about my no.
Yeah.
He called the other partner and he said, come in, we're going to have a meeting. And we had a meeting and the guy goes, here's the key. Just we need deposit money. And my partner didn't have the money. I put all the money down for the deposit because I believe they needed help.
And that's what I love is that you just believed.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's just
A lot of
believing.
people would say, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I put all the money down for the security.
Yeah.
I want 75% instead of 50.
Yeah.
I leave it. And I believe it and I trust them. And that's how we started a great business, doing very well.
Wow.
And the owner say, if it wasn't for you, this would have never come about.
Of course not. You're the star of the show. You're the star of my show.
Yeah.
Now, when I was in your restaurant, which is beautiful, by the way, it's such a beautiful atmosphere. You just feel like you're at home.
Yes.
And I'm sure that it's just who you are. You're just you feel at home immediately.
That's how we like it. We like you to feel like home.
I feel like I'm at home. I really do. I feel like I'm comfortable, but it's also very beautiful, which I like too. But there was a wall of fame. You had so many different, like the who's who of New York and celebrities. Can you tell me a little bit about that? When did that wall of fame start?
Well, it started soon as that we took over the Montes, which for 20 years, or maybe a little bit more, my brother was the real manager there. Because I was staying in Villa Mosconi.
Oh,
yeah.
And then, okay,
yes.
So I understand.
So little by little, it was like a combination.
Yeah.
Because they knew me so well in Villa Mosconi that a lot of time I would bring some very celebrity people. And my brother was so good. It's in the family.
Yeah.
It was so good to make them feel great.
Yeah.
That all the celebrity from the baseball and everything,
Yeah.
they started coming.
Let's talk about that. So I think I saw, Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Loves your food. We have the mayors.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of mayors.
Yeah,
I
a lot
saw
of the
Koch.
mayors.
We love Koch.
A lot of the mayor, I love Koch.
We love Koch. And
Koch
then,
was so nice.
The Pope, I saw a Pope.
Yes.
And then the Cardinal.
Mhm.
Okay, we got the Cardinal. So you have all sorts of, and then what are some of the, do you cook differently for them, or do they get the same treatment, or what? I mean, it's the same treatment, right?
You have to be a little bit careful when you make many difference,
Yeah.
because it's a little bit an insult on the other customer that help you at the beginning.
Yeah.
So sometimes you gotta be careful when you do something in your dining room,
Yeah.
because if I come out with a tray and say, "Oh, try this,"
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I don't miss too many, because
They're looking at it, I want that.
no, one time they
want
put
that
it in the
cheesecake.
internet.
Oh no.
Ignore me.
Oh boy.
So you gotta be a little bit like,
But I love that you said it's like show business. Why is cooking like show business? Why is
because you have to capture your customers. That your customer, they got to start believing in you.
Yeah.
Well, if you put out good food on the plate. There was a rumor that when we were going to take over with my son, how they are going to do it? Because Giovanni, it's such a friendly way, my brother.
Yeah.
He has a tremendous friendly way.
Yeah.
Oh, my way is a little different. I'm going to prove my customer on the plate.
Oh, that's right.
When I make the food and they're going to taste it, they're going to start believing in me too.
Yeah.
And that's how I did it.
But you're also very you're charismatic and a superstar. So I don't know what you're talking about. You're just I don't know your brother, but I don't want to.
No, because
but you've got the full package.
Thank you,
Yeah,
grazie.
very much so.
Thank you so
And
much.
then so show business, and so you have all these VIPs. Now, fast forward to today, and you have this cookbook. What's the point of the cookbook? Why put it all in one place? I know your daughter was instrumental because she's just a fabulous person.
Okay, the
What's
cookbook.
The point?
Cookbook. When my daughter met the husband, John Piano.
Oh.
John Piano,
Yeah, we love
put
him.
himself through Cornell Law School.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's a smart cookie.
Oh, we love Cornell.
And John started tasting my food.
And he was like, what?
He gave me so much praise that he was immediately loved. Like, oh my God, there's a lawyer from Cornell University.
No, wow.
He said, how did you learn this recipe from Sicily?
Yeah.
Because I was very humble. I work all over the place in New York City.
Yeah.
I wasn't to say, stay in this place for my life. No. I want to go on and learn something else.
To keep learning from different restaurants.
So the 10 years that I got,
learning different spots.
10 years that I
gained. Don't stay
gained.
planted in the same one. See, I'm writing your book with your daughter. Okay, so don't stay planted in one spot. Go no. Try to expand your horizons a little bit. Wait, did you ever do anything other than Italian?
Oh yeah.
Like what? Wait,
okay.
News. The Chef of Greenwich Village cooks other than Italian?
Okay.
What type of food?
After 5-6 years, I made a phone call, and the head chef was very known, and he said to me, "Oh, Pietro," when I called, "How you know my name?" Hey, listen, your accent, give me a break.
I can't hear an accent.
So what happened? He was the head chef of the restaurant associate for the Kennedy Report, LaGuardia, and all these places with Joe Baum from Window.
Yes, yeah.
And so, okay.
Everybody.
So I go working for him. And he stayed with me 1 week, showed me what I got to prepare for the sous chef.
Oh, yeah.
And I became a sous chef.
Became the sous chef.
And I was working for Restaurant Associate. Because I wanted to change a little bit. I wanted to learn a little bit of different.
Yeah.
And there was
I'm
more.
the same way. I don't want to do. I'm known for housing, but I'm doing like a lot of other things because I think it's great. Community champions, bridging out. But I have to say, the principles to a delicious life. I'm already taking notes. When we come back, we're going to have another break. When we come back, I'm going to do a speed round with you, especially about Monte's, because I want everyone to talk about. We're talking about the restaurant, but we want to talk about just a speed round to get the juice out of, your biggest advice, your biggest fear, what you had to overcome, the obstacles, and then what's the future? What's the future of the restaurant and business here in New York City? And it better be good. We're going to keep it positive. We always want hope. And I have a feeling that's what it's going to be. So take a little break. We're going to come back after the break. All right, we're back. We're back with the Chef of Greenwich Village. And to get a title like that, I mean, does it go to your head? Do you ever feel like, gosh?
Never. And
Never.
I was a little bit like, I didn't want to say to my daughter, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because when you do that, the confidence up.
Yeah.
But she did the research.
Yeah.
And I felt like,
Well, you
excuse
are
me.
the chef of Greenwich
You know,
Village. No one's been there longer, had a restaurant longer.
And
So.
Joanne, after finished college, she took 2 masters in NYU.
Oh, so
And
smart.
she was a little bit like, you know, excuse me,
Can we
what
say-
are you worrying about?
Yeah.
I would show up the classes, but I would get out, and they would say, what happened? That's your father? And some of the professors from NYU, they knew William Mosconi and Monte.
Of course they did. Well, everybody
and
there.
they took care of Joanne so good.
Oh my God, yes.
And-
yeah.
Of course, she was a little bit like,
Yeah.
what I'm going to do, I'm working with people like
Yeah.
2 masters already.
Yeah.
Joanne, I know how smart you are. Don't say that.
Oh my God.
Just have confidence. I know how good you are.
Yes, my gosh. Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing? Well, you know, the reason you're here is because of her.
Thank you.
And she had me crying. You know, I get a lot of phone calls from people who say they have great community champions and stories and businesses, but something about your daughter that was unbelievable. And this father and daughter relationship.
When she present that cookbook, I cry a lot.
Yeah, the cookbook is a mess.
I didn't expect it because I waiting, and Corona was on, so she had to print in America, more expensive.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Ain't no problem because she want to do the book, art book and everything.
beautiful book.
You know.
Beautiful.
So what happened? She presented me the book one-on-one in her apartment over the other rest of Villa Mosconi.
Oh my God.
I swear to you. It reminds me so much of my mom and everything. I break down and cry.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good crying because I know my daughter was very strong, but I didn't expect that she would present me this beautiful book.
Yeah.
And one of the professor, also one doctor, a very friend of Joanne, said to me, "Oh my God, the book she wrote,
It's unbelievable.
it's hard to believe."
Yeah, it's it's
You
beautiful.
know-
It's breathtaking. We're gonna show it right now. Show it. Show the book, because the pictures, the way it's structured, the recipe.
Oh.
I opened up, remember, to 99, and it was like boom. There's
Okay, let
is
me
it
tell you
Marsala?
something.
The Marsala. Tell me about the Marsala. You said that you actually have it's the eggplant. The eggplant. You actually have someone appointed
Yeah,
to make sure
Yeah.
that the eggplants
Yeah.
are fresh.
yeah,
This is how serious he is
Yes, yes.
about the eggplant.
That's
okay?
right.
And that's why you're known for your eggplant parmesan.
Thank you so much.
But then the Marsala, I opened up to the Marsala. There's a story about the Marsala, because the secret, again, these are secrets that I don't know. Are you comfortable saying this? We're going to say it. The secret to the Marsala success is
the sauce.
the sauce. It's
Okay.
always the sauce, isn't it?
Also because,
I would not know what to do. Yeah.
when I worked for Restaurant Associated, in the morning I was the sous chef.
So you knew how to do all
Young
that
guy,
prep.
I was
Yeah.
trained.
Yeah.
Also,
I think I'm
let
the
me
sous
put,
chef
let,
always.
let me put in what happened.
Yeah.
Over the years,
Yeah.
I belong to Chef Association called, the Chef de Cuisine Association, Culinaire Philanthropique, which is one of the great French club,
Whoa.
and then the Escoffier, Les Amis, the friend of Escoffier. Also, I used to belong to Food and Beverage Association.
Wow.
I realized that I had to belong to these companies
Yeah.
because we've done so many party all over the place. And they can go into any great club of New York City
Oh, wow.
and listen.
Yeah.
What a beautiful thing, coming from a little village in northern Italy
Oh, yeah.
and be able to go into every great club in New York. Give me a break.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've earned it.
Yes, I did.
It's always hard work, you know.
Yes,
You
it
have
is,
to-
it is.
Okay, we're gonna do what I call a speed round. I'm gonna start this, and then I'm gonna ask these questions. It's kind of like a uniform ending, which are always, I love doing this because I've seen some podcasts do this. I'm going to ask you a question, then you answer it like one word answer, like boom, boom, boom. Okay, you ready? All right. What's your favorite dish to make? Did I start with the bad one? I did, right? That's hard. That's a tough one.
One of my favorite dishes is from a mother in Italy. When she made, she called it annovini, but can also be tortellini in a broad like a consomme. But to do that is way not easy to do because you have to cook the meat, you gotta go to the butcher and have like 5 different meat and cook like a little match underneath of the pot for maybe 12 hours. And the juice inside uses like wine. In the wine,
what's it called again?
It's the filling for the tortellini or the annolini.
Tortellini, oh my God.
Yeah.
That sounded amazing, what you just said. But it sounded like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. That one is a lot of work. And my mom couldn't get over because she goes to me, why are you eating so many soup like this? I said, Mom, you make this maybe 3 or 4 times a year. I just want to make sure I fill my stomach. Oh my God.
And she used to make soup. Your mom used to make several soups
she made
a day.
In one day she made 2 different soups.
My mom used to make one, and I thought that was fabulous. Now, biggest inspiration in business. Your biggest inspiration, I think.
Biggest inspiration in business.
What's your biggest inspiration?
When I work in Gino, Lexington Avenue, 61st, the Zebra Wall, they call it. One of the oldest chef, Mike Torres. He had a name like Spanish, but he was born in Genoa. I work in prepping in the morning. We are 3 of us prepping in the morning because we were doing a lot of coverage on lunch. He got to me one day. I think one day you're going to have your own restaurant. Excuse me? Yeah, you heard me. I see the way you were so interested. I feel one day Pietro will open his own restaurant. Oh. Look, you keep a dream. Yeah. I never got out of my mind.
Yeah.
I kept it. Yeah. And sure enough.
And the fact that he said that, he was such a.
My biggest, and he was already close to 80 years old.
Isn't that something?
He used to come every.
It's like he was passing the torch to you. It's almost like he was saying, okay. And what is the biggest achievement that you think you've made in your life? The biggest achievement, your biggest success.
Okay, biggest achievement. I was getting up in my age. And it was about time to lay off a little bit of all this work. And somehow I got to this dinner then somehow. And it was mentioned to me to meet a lady. And it was my future wife.
Oh,
and the first time,
this is so great for Valentine's Day.
It was the first time it kind of like, it wasn't the first that time, it didn't work so well. But I'm working with Mosconi. My cousin come in, he say, what happened to you? I leave you the phone. Did you call her? I said, Joe, I want to tell you the truth.
You didn't call her?
No. I don't know where I placed that phone number.
You lost her phone number?
So here's your number.
Oh.
So one day I take a little.
You're busy.
Yeah,
we understand.
I take a little time.
Yeah, well, it made her think,
I made a phone.
Hard to get. It was a little,
I made a phone call. And who answered the phone? The dad. She call him Papi now.
Yeah.
And a very good guy, very, very smart.
Oh, good, thank God.
Oh.
It could have gone so wrong.
John is not home. John is not home. Your name is John.
Okay.
John is not home. Oh, yeah, but I give you the phone. You can call her at the Long Island with a friend, Ellen.
Wow.
Also school teacher, both of them.
He liked you.
And make a phone call.
I like that.
John, she's not able. No, she say, let me get John and start talking. And John, I think I would love to have a little dinner with you. And we made an arrangement. Said, okay, I come. And I went to La Scala restaurant near the Hilton Hotel.
Oh,
And I had a ticket for Christmas at what do you call that place?
oh, is it the Rocket?
Rockefeller Center.
wow.
Oh, the Rocket.
The Rockets. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I
That's
can't
a
believe
good
you
chicken.
said it.
Yeah, I saw
The
it.
Rocket.
I go every year. I try to go every year.
And
I love Rockets.
you know what happened?
What happened?
I parked my car, my Alfa Romeo, one of the garage in the area.
Uh-oh.
And somehow they didn't put it in gear. They just put the hand brake.
Oh, no.
And when I go get the car is damaged into one fender. I said, I'm not taking the car. And he goes, no, this one, no. My car when it came in was okay.
Yeah. See,
So now
isn't that something?
I'm stuck because I'm on a date. And at that time I didn't have yet a credit card. So I go to rent a car and they say, no, we're not take cash.
Oh my God.
Excuse me,
So
I only got cash.
This is
No
terrible.
cash. When she heard that, she said, oh, wait a minute. Let me pull out
did.
my card. She
I don't
called
know if I would have done that. I'll be honest with you.
No, she
I would
called
have been like, look, buddy.
yeah. She
Get
called
your
the
own
dad.
cash, get your own ride.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know.
Then again, maybe in my young heyday,
Yeah.
it would have been nicer. I don't know.
No, she called the
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
It's okay if I use
Oh, what
your
a nice
car.
lady. No wonder you fell in love.
Oh
I
my
love that
God.
story.
And I delivered the cash right away to my.
See, this is why I do the podcast,
Yeah.
because we don't have time to do all this on television, so it's great. And then this lives forever, just so you know. Hopefully your grandkids will watch this too.
Yeah, I
they
know.
probably will, because they know how.
So, but I tell you the truth, that's what
that
happened
is
to
the
me.
most- and that's the
I
biggest,
almost blew it the first date.
and you know what? A biggest achievement. I love that you thought of your loved one right at the top. And
Thank
that's what
you.
I'm saying. It's not about business, it's about humanity and connections and the people, right?
You know what? I have to tell you the
Right?
truth. I was
Yeah.
very confident
Yeah.
when Joanne was born. And later on, 3 years later, the son,
Yeah.
because I know they would get very good education
Yeah.
because Joan happened to be very good teacher.
Yeah, because she's a teacher.
But she was a very good
She
teacher.
was a very
There's
good one.
different, even like
Yes.
chef.
No, you're right. You're right.
But
There's a difference between.
yeah.
Will Smith says that too.
Yes.
There's a difference between good
Right.
and really good.
And
it's a little, but it's a lot.
You know
what I mean?
You know,
Yeah.
ensure
Yeah.
me, the father. The father said,
I can't believe he instantly liked
Yeah.
you. See, he
Yeah.
could sense. He was like, I
Yeah.
like this guy. Maybe he knew. I think there's something going on with people that you can tell. Like, I just knew I would adore you before I met you because I adored your daughter on the phone.
I know.
And she kept me on the phone. You know that, right? Just like you. You can talk forever. She kept me on the phone. I was in the couch. I was like, I got to go see my kids. And she kept going. And, and then it's almost like she's like, you have to meet my dad. I'm like, of course I do.
Yeah.
And this is a relationship. We're going to do
Oh,
follow-ups
yeah.
on you.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you for playing along because I think that this podcast is going to be really important when it comes to the history of New York, but also the future of restaurants.
You're not going to get rid of my daughter. She loves you.
Oh, I know. And
She
I
love you.
story on her. She's incredible on social media, and we'll link everyone to this right now. Joe's going to put up the Chef of Greenwich Village is what he is called. That's his title, but that's the title of the book. And anything else you want to mention? What's the future? A second book? You're probably going to do another one.
Well,
Probably.
I'm
I
not
would think there's a
100%
series.
sure because it's a lot of work.
It really was.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to
Yeah.
write a book.
But I think it's it's really important to
Of course.
Because I think people, once they see the recipes, they fall in love with
But
them.
now the new future
Yeah.
is the children.
It's true.
So she already working on her book.
Yeah.
And it's going to come out
That's
sooner or later.
true. She's got a book.
But
You're
she
right.
asked questions
You're right.
to me. She helped me. I mean, I help her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I help her
Well,
a
of
lot.
course, the reason why, again, it's mother and father.
Yes.
Your mother and father, we are great because of our ancestors.
Thank
My
you.
mom and dad, same thing. My mom came to this country with nothing from Bolivia, very young. My father, the same thing, both poor. Both were not wealthy, and they were completely different countries. One
Yes.
my father looked like JFK. I think you had a picture of JFK.
Oh, my God.
JFK.
Good-looking guy.
Yes.
good-looking guy.
Wow. When you met him, were you like starstruck or what did you?
Well,
I was
personally,
gonna add, but this is a good
no.
one.
Personally, I never really got to one-on-one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I find out that he used to play basketball behind the restaurant.
What's with the basketball? Playing basketball
Yeah.
behind the restaurant. On
Yeah,
the
yeah.
table.
He used to play basketball
his
with
shirt off?
somebody.
He never wore a shirt,
Yeah.
which I love.
No,
I love
but
that.
he would put a cap on that
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah, backwards. I know.
Yeah.
They always do that.
He would put that
So you didn't know
on.
it was him?
Well, we find out later.
He's a hunk. What a hunk.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Good-looking guy.
Yes. Now, talk about royalty.
Yeah.
But back to we have to, so we're going to say goodbye now. But again, this is number 3. And who would you like to see on the podcast? Who do you think I should talk to next? I always ask that at the end. Who do you think should be next? Any ideas? We always do CEOs, businesses, and celebrities. Who do you think?
You should get my son-in-law,
Oh, he's teaching the family.
John Piano.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
John Piano, very interesting person.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all about interesting people in business.
Yes.
So let's keep making it happen together. Thank you.
Thank you so much.